I just want to thank you very much for giving up your precious time to attend this webinar. I've tried to make it as exciting and relevant as possible, so I hope you get a lot out of it and it's not a waste of your time. So in this webinar, I'm going to teach you how to become a virtual assistant, so you'll discover how you can work from home and in turn create your dream lifestyle working the hours you want and setting your own rate. And all done in 3 easy steps. Hopefully that sounds good to you. Now, I know that we can attend a lot of these things and you get halfway through and you really want to not waste your time. So I thought up front I'll tell you who this is for. So if you're reluctant to return to work following maternity or paternity leave, then this is definitely a webinar that you should listen to. If you're fed up with office politics and need a change, if you're older in life and you don't have the patience you once had, then this is the webinar for you. If you're a carer or a partner who needs to gain more time, flexibility and control, then this is definitely for you as well. And if you want to ease into retirement by working your own hours and setting your own rates, this is a perfect opportunity for you. I thought I'd put up a little bit about my journey. This is my husband and I. My daughter got married recently, and that's a lovely photo of us, and Ed's in his kilt. So unfortunately, you don't see his knees in this one. I previously was a CEO. I was in senior management for a long time. I was a manager of a national IT centre for 6 years as well. So look, I've been in the workforce a long time, but I'd always had this idea that I wanted to run my own business. I turned around one day, I was over 50, and I thought if I don't do it now, I'll never do it. Since that time, it was about 8 years ago, I've grown a network of over 2,000 virtual assistants who all work from home with their own clients. They set their own fees. So what we do is help them design and establish their business, and through our VA placement service we send them clients as well. But our main aim is to get you in a position where you're running your own business, you're attracting your own clients, and you're very confident in what you do. My passion is to help others achieve their dream of working from home in a sustainable business. I know the difference it's made to my life, and I'm really passionate about helping others do the same. A little bit about me. What I'm really proud of is I won the first SASE award in recognition of my contribution to the growth of the VA industry in Australia. I also won a Leisure Seekers Award for Fast Track Vision in 2010, and I was also the inaugural president of the Australian Association for Virtual Industry Professionals and helped them to write their constitution. Now they're the first not-for-profit association in Australia just for virtual assistants. At the beginning of this year, I co-authored my first book. It's called Eliminate, Automate and Delegate, an Essential Guide for Solopreneurs, and it's now on sale on Amazon, and I'm very proud of that. My personal expertise is in search engine optimization, and I have a special interest in technology. As I said, I was a national IT centre manager for about 6 years, and I continue to do training in that area. I thought I'd put up a few testimonials. We have a lot of testimonials on sites like KidSpot. KidSpot is one of the biggest parenting websites in Australia, and we advertise on there, and we have quite a few positive testimonials from people who've come to us and experienced our service. Melinda Lawler is one of them. She's been a VA for, must be close to 4 years now, and running a very successful business. I've just taken a couple of them. Kim Breckelmans, again, had been looking at work from home opportunities for a long, long time. She came across our business through KidSpot, signed up with us, and she grew a very successful business within 6 months. She ended up with a team of VAs around her that she also provided work to. So she really took off because she was more than ready for it. Karen Sonnet was someone different. She had been a VA for something like 7 years and had got stuck. She wasn't making any more income. She seemed to be working harder. She came to us and within 6 months she had turned her business around. And 18 months later, her business has more than quadrupled in turnover. She's working less hours, she's earning more money, and she's very happy. And all she did was work with us to gain the right strategies so that she would look at where her business is heading and achieve that. Okay, so your 3 steps to success. Now, positioning is something that a lot of small business owners don't bother about when they start a business. You're very excited, you have an idea, you go out to the market and you hope someone will pick you up. You might pick up a client that way, but it won't be long-term sustainable and you won't be in control of it. So you'll just take any client because you're desperate for someone. They may not want you, the services that you love to do. They might have different ideas and you're not in control. So the first step is in positioning yourself. So it's matching your skills to the right clients so that you're doing the work that you love to do and therefore it doesn't seem like a job and you'll get up every morning very positive and eager to start work. The second module is in planning. So we talk about starting with the end in mind, and a lot of businesses, 85% of businesses in Australia don't have a business plan, and the ones that do write it and put it in a drawer. Our planning is different. It's practical. It's a one-page plan. It's something that you read every single day and you can't help but achieve it. Excuse me. The third module is in promoting your business, and this is where you're going out to the market. You're saying, this is what I offer, this is who I am, this is who I help, and this is how I help you. So promoting your business is very important. And, you know, it puts a lot of, to be honest, it puts a lot of people off because they're very reluctant to do any promotion because they have this idea that it's similar to the old days where, you know, you wouldn't trust a second-hand car salesman. I promise you it's not about that in these days. It's about collaboration rather than competition, and it's about getting your information out there. And if you're passionate about what you do, that is not an issue for you. You want to talk about it, and when people talk to you, they get that passion. That passion comes through. And so there's no secret selling techniques that you have to learn. Okay, so let's look a little bit more in depth on positioning. As I said, most businesses fail to do this well. And I'm going to give you a couple of activities that will help you think about the business. Now, if you're on this webinar, becoming a VA is of interest to you, you want to work from home, the easiest thing for you to do is to offer services in the skills that you're strong in or in the skills that you love to do. If you go down the other path and keep doing mundane things that you'll get bored, you won't give a good service to your clients and that your clients will wander off. So the first activity I'd like you to do is write down a list of every single skill that you have. Nothing is too minimal. So I'll give you an example of a few VAs that we've helped in this regard. A VA who has now been operating very successful for 6 years came to me in the early days and said, you know, Liz, I can't really do anything. I worked for Woolies for years. I hurt my shoulder. I can't go out to work. I have to do something. And we actually talked about her using the telephone. So the sorts of things that she could do on the telephone. It was appointment setting. It was working for membership organizations and making sure their members are aware of any new products. It was testing other small businesses' data on their clients to make sure the email addresses were up to, and we came up with a whole list of things that she could offer. And, you know, it didn't take her very long. Within, I would say, a year, like shorter than that, her time is full. She can't take any more clients. And she loves what, for the last 6 years, that's all she's been doing. She makes outbound telephone calls. So it's important that you don't overthink these things. So when you get to the bottom of your list, where you write down every single skill, now you can put this video on pause while you do it. Then once you've written the whole list, you then go back over the list and highlight the things that you love to do. So it's the sorts of things that you'll do first, not the things that you'll leave to the bottom of your in train. We've all got it. You know, we'll come up, we'll go in the morning, we'll get distracted doing something when we should be doing something else. But it's the distraction, it's the thing that attracts you that you need to highlight. So go ahead, put this this webinar on hold because it is a recording, and then come back into the webinar once you've done that. What you'll be left with is a list of services that you want to offer to your clients. And then once you've got that and you've got some clarity around that, you can then look at the next step, which is deciding what clients will benefit most from these services. Think also about the industries that you've already worked in, the type of people that you've worked in. When we talk about narrowing down your market or coming up with your ideal client, it's really just a vision of who you think that will be at this stage. As you're in your business and you start to work with more people, it'll become more and more clear. Often 3 months down the track, the virtual assistant will come back to me and say, well, you know how I wanted X? Well, I've actually been doing a lot of work with women entrepreneurs, and I really love how they're driven, and I'm going to change my ideal client. And that is absolutely perfect, because then you go into your marketing collateral that you've already developed, and you adjust it to the new ideal client group. So that's your skills, and that's one little step into identifying your potential ideal client. The other thing that has another thing that impacts on who is attracted to you is your brand. Now, people will buy from others that they know, like, and trust. And to build trust quickly as a virtual assistant is very important, because your clients, you may never meet them face to face. So, and it's always a lot more challenging to build that trust quickly. But if your business is branded to accurately reflect who you are, then that trust will build up quickly. Now, I know that we've all got this tough poppy syndrome in Australia and also in Ireland. We don't like to talk about ourselves and talk about our strengths. So in this activity, activity number 2, you're going to go out and speak to people, contact people that know you. And the question you're going to ask them is, what 3 attributes come top of mind when they think of you? Don't let them think about it, because you want the truth. If you ask enough people, you'll find that there'll be some repetitions in there, there'll be trends emerging, and it'll be easy for you to pick 3 of those strengths. And that's what you'll match those strengths to your ideal markets. Okay? So that's 2 simple activities I've given you to do in positioning, and that's where you start with your positioning. You start with what you want so that you're in control right from the beginning. You start with who you are so that your business, people who visit your website or contact you or come in touch with you, know that you really are who you say you are. Now, I hope that wasn't too difficult, and I hope you really understood the underlying meaning of this. By starting from where you want to be, you'll design a business that you're proud of, and that's where we want to get you to. The second step we talk about is in planning, and I've said 80% of small businesses don't have any kind of a plan, but it's probably higher than that. And as I said before, those that do rarely look at it. We have an easy 1-page plan that takes you less than an hour to look at it every day, and to actually create it when we're doing the session. But we don't have 60 minutes in this session, but I can start you in that general direction. So I want you to start with the end in mind, and what I mean about that is I want you to think about your exit strategy for your business. Again, a lot of businesses start up, people go out, they just want to find clients without thinking about what direction they're heading in. But you won't last forever. So you need to make sure that the people you leave behind don't have a large headache or hassle in wrapping up the business. So if you're deciding to work until you pass on, then this is an exit strategy, and you'll need something like a will, probably an enduring power of attorney as well, so you need to visit your solicitor and get those drawn up. If, on the other hand, you want to eventually sell your business, then you'll want to develop a documented procedure and system. So having a manual for your business will increase substantially what you can sell it for eventually. So while you're building the business, you want to make sure that you document everything. On the other hand, if you want to leave your business to a family member, a child or children, you think it's going to be your legacy, then you may look at the structure. You know, you might decide to have a family trust instead of a solopreneur or a P2Y or whatever type of structure, depending on where you are in the world. You can start off with having just a simple solo business, and then as it takes off, you can change the structure at a later date. However, I wouldn't recommend that you leave it too long, because if you're getting a substantial turnover, then it can cost you in taxes. So these are all the issues that you need to consider the most when you, and these are the issues that most small business owners ignore. And then at the last minute, they discover they've made an error. So in this activity, and this is the third activity, I want you to think about your vision in 5 to 10 years' time. So sit in a quiet place, have a glass of wine, put on nice music, get into your happy place quietly with no distractions, and visualize yourself in 5 to 10 years' time. What will you look like? Where will you be living? What sort of material possessions will you have? What income will you need to support that lifestyle? Once you've decided on what that is, grab a board or a poster and start to put visuals up on that poster or on that board that represents that vision. There's a part of your brain that if you look at that vision board every day, that part of your brain will activate. And it's the part of your brain that when you buy a red car, for instance, and you go out on the road and all you see is red cars, okay? So it helps you identify the opportunities you need to achieve your vision. It only works if you see it on a regular basis. So put it right up in front of you. That will be the start of the planning process. Once you've got the end result, then we start to work backwards from that until you've actually got clear goals for the next 90 days. And we do this in an easy, practical manner to make it easy for you to identify those goals, read them, touch it and read it every day, and increase your chances of success. Now, the next step, step 3, is in promoting your business. So how do you get the right message out to the right people or in the right places? Do you have a budget for this? A lot of small businesses are looking to do their marketing on a shoestring, but I believe you still need a budget. Even if it's just $10 a week, you need something to spend on your marketing. You need to think about the power of 10. So the ideal in business is to have 10 channels of leads into your business that represents 10% of all the leads that you need. And in that way, you've got the leads and the clients consistently in your business. As a virtual assistant, your website is the key. Your website is your shop front, but also it can be engaging and it can be a really good contact point, and it can encourage people to hire you. So although most businesses, small businesses, are reluctant to do promoting it originally in their businesses, most of them haven't actually done the work that you've done in the short time we've been in this webinar. And because you've gained some of that clarity and you've done that work, it makes it easier for you to do the rest. And I need to stress again that it's also important that you have the passion around what you're doing. The passion drives people to be interested in you and what you do. I have a list of about 85 channels of leads that you can choose from to set up to bring in those leads to your business. The aim is, and those 10 channels of leads can be offline and online. And a lot of them can be set up and basically ignored after that. So it's worth putting in that extra effort, especially before you start bringing on clients. What will happen when you start to have your clients is you'll get so wrapped up in their businesses that you'll forget your own. And we need you to focus 100% initially on your business so that when you do accept clients, everything else is working like clockwork. Now, business is about collaboration and not competition these days, and it's certainly not about hard selling. But you do need to understand your market. So those ideal clients or those target markets that you identified on step one, you need to find out what keeps them awake at night. You know, what's their biggest frustration? Or what projects have they got on the back burner and they haven't been able to get to them through lack of time? These are the sorts of questions, if you know the answer to, you can solve that problem for your clients. And every business is about solving a problem. Every single business. So if you know what problem you solve, your marketing message, your promotions are very targeted, very clear, and much more effective. And of course, your marketing is much cheaper than trying to be all things to all people. You can also use websites like Ask Your Target Market, and they have panels of people in a target market, and you can send, and it's only a couple of dollars, a dollar a question or something like that, and you can actually send these people questions and they'll give you their true answers, and that can help you with all the research initially. Once you start to bring in clients, you'll ask your clients and you'll have that information to hand. The other places where you can do a bit of research is social media is great for this. You know, Twitter and Facebook, people complain all the time, and an opportunity for you is a complaint. So find out what your target market are complaining about. Have a look at solutions that are already there, even complaints about existing solutions. So you can create something that addresses those gaps, and you have a really healthy business that addresses the gaps in the market. You can run a competition. You can join associations where your target market join. You can read magazines. There's lots of ways, and of course the internet makes that much easier. There's blogs, there's directories, there's comments, there's a whole host, there's LinkedIn, there's discussion groups, there's a whole host of places where you can go to. Once you have your website, though, it's important that you engage and convert visitors. The language that you use on your website is very, very important. And if I had a penny or a dollar for every website that I've been to and all they talk about is themselves, what they're good at, what they do, where they've been. Your About Us pages for that. Your home page is to make your target market welcome. Your headline should be written in such a way that they know they're at the right place. Now I'm going to give you a little activity to do, and again you can pause this video and go and do it now or do it later, but just bring up any website, one that you haven't been to before. Glance at it for 3 seconds, no longer, and glance away, and then write down the key message that you got from looking at that website. If you didn't get anything, then the website's not written well. Go back and look at the website for 20 seconds longer. Now look away and write down any further messages that you got from that website. You should at least get 3 key messages. Then ask yourself, after looking at that website for 23 seconds, do I want to read more about it? Did I want to contact them? was I engaged in any way? This is how you judge the effectiveness of a website. Please don't copy websites that are ineffective. I see this happening a lot, especially in the VA industry, where people or new VAs see other VAs and think, oh, well, they're a VA, I can copy that. It's not correct. There's a lot of websites out there that are ineffective. You want your website to be as effective as possible because you'll be driving traffic to the website. Now, because you know how to do this test, and because you know a little bit about your market, guess what? You will write a better website with the idea in mind that your visitors will be engaged enough to either contact you or look for more information and stay on your website a lot longer. You've only got 3 seconds to engage someone. We've got very short attention spans in these days. Okay, so that's the important 3 modules that will get you set up and running your own successful VA business. So let's look over what we talked about. In step 1, I gave you, In step 1, I gave you a couple of activities to do to start the process of designing your business. If you do these activities, you will know what services you'll offer and to who you'll be delivering these services. Once you know who your ideal clients are, then you know what their problems are and why they're looking for help. You will also have a good idea of what makes you unique and why they should hire you. So those drivers and influencers and clarity will come through in the positioning. In step 2, I also gave you an activity to do that will help you start with the end in mind. So it's better when you start your planning that you start with your end goal and work backwards. You'll create a vision board and pin this up somewhere where you'll see it every single day. This activates that place in your brain that works all the time in helping you to identify suitable opportunities that will make you reach your vision a lot quicker. And it also works without you thinking about it. In step 3, it was all about promoting your passion, building 10 different channels of leads into your business, working on a website that is very effective in engaging and connecting with your right audience. So, I hope you've agreed with me that I've delivered some priceless information for you today. You'll search all over the internet, you'll search all over other virtual assistants training programs, and no one will give you this information free. And a lot of those programs don't cover exit strategies, they don't cover vision boards, they don't cover one-page planning. They give you a lot of things and you become overwhelmed without any practical help. By being in control and running our program in this structured fashion, you're in control every step of the way. And I know that it can be very overwhelming, right, if you haven't set up a business before. So what can you do about it? Is it okay if I show you the fast and easy way to make all this happen for you? I hope you said yes. We have a virtual assistant training package. The online package includes case studies, videos, mentoring sessions, and peer support. Everything that you'll need to get up and running and having that back office support when you're accepting your first clients. In Module 1 positioning, we go into it in a lot more detail. We have short and sharp videos on each topic. We have stepping stones so that you know exactly what you need to do, how you do it, and how you get it operating. So at the end of Module 1, you'll know what you do, who you help, and how you help them. You'll also develop your branding, and you'll develop the key messages for your website and your market. In Module 2, we look at planning. So we've got two 15-minute videos on your exit strategy and your vision board, and then we have our 1-hour easy business plan session that steps you through creating your one-page business plan that you touch every day. And then we talk about strategies and how you make it work. In Module 3, it includes up to 25 to 15-minute videos plus a workbook that helps you decide on what 10 channels you'll choose to promote your service, plus training on social media and different channels. So if you don't know how to do networking or converting sales and many more packages that we have on offer, then we also help you with training with that. Now this program, each module is worth $997 each. And so the total value of this package, training package, is $2,991. Of course, we're going to throw in some bonus if you sign up for this program. We'll make it a lifetime access to the training modules. We'll also have live webinar and Q&A sessions for each of those modules. We have 3 months email or Skype access to me and my team with any questions you might have, and we'll include you in our daily Skype group chat to interact with other experienced virtual assistants. We'll also set up and give you access to a private Facebook page to exchange experiences with other participants in this program. That whole thing, the minimal value is $1,500. It's probably worth a lot more than that, but that's what we've set the value at. So just to recap, you'll have a virtual assistant training program that includes online training for the 3 modules on positioning, planning, and promoting. And the value of that is $2,991. You will have lifetime access to the modules, full support for 3 months, 3 live webinars with Q&A sessions, plus email, Skype support for 3 months, and a private Facebook group valued at $1,500. The total value of that package is a whopping $4,491. This is my latest testimonial from one of our VAs on LinkedIn. We have, if you look at my LinkedIn profile, just look for Liz Parker on LinkedIn and I'll come up. You'll find that I've got close to 50 testimonials up there. We've got a lot more on KidSpot. These are testimonials that people have wanted to give us. And here Teresa says that we're an excellent and generous mentor with a high level of integrity. My team at one-to-one temps and VA placements is fantastic, and the tools that they have created are impressive. And I just picked that one because it was the latest one that I'd received just the other day. So if you act today, you'll get more value. The bonuses are available if you act today. Plus, I want to reward you if you've already made up your mind. You'll be happy to hear that you also get these awesome bonuses as well. So for acting today, you'll get a free domain name and web hosting package that comes installed with WordPress and your choice of premium templates. You'll also get access to our WordPress training, which is 1 lesson a day for 25 days so that you know how to install stories and articles and edit so you have full control over your website moving forward. The domain name, the web hosting package, the WordPress, the template is all in your name. Well, I'll also throw in a being productive package because one of the challenges when starting your business is managing your time. And that's a value of $320. So the total value of this extra bonus is $820. So the total value of this whole package, the training, plus the first set of bonuses, plus the second set of bonuses, the total value is over $5,000. Now, my members would not be happy at hearing about this because they've paid the full price for these services. So this is a one-time limited offer. You only pay You can either have a choice of paying one payment of $997 now today, or 3 monthly payments, so $398 over 3 months. You can go to this link. Now, this link is not advertised anywhere else on the web. My existing members would not be happy to see it. It's only being promoted on this webinar. So if you take this down, because it'll only be up there for a limited time as well. If you intend to do it today, fantastic. Go to this link and sign up today. If you don't want to do it today, then contact me on my email address, or go to, you can also sign up for it today and not start the package for a few weeks. Don't forget you have lifetime access. If you wait too long, this offer may very well disappear. And take note of the URL. So it's www.121temps.info, not .com, .info/special offer. We do have a guarantee. We have a 14-day full refund, no questions asked guarantee. If it turns out that VA is not for you, we'll speak to you about refunding the balance of your subscription. We're not here to do anything that's untoward. We're here to help you. We're passionate about what we do. We know that we love it, and we want other people to love it too. So the total value is over $5,000. Pay today. It's a limited time offer. One payment of $997. You can pay by credit card or pay through PayPal, and 3 monthly payments of $398 each. And that's the URL. Thanks for joining me today on the webinar. I hope you got a lot of value out of this webinar, and I hope to see you on the other side. Thank you.